Okay, we're back. It's Monday. It was Brooklyn, my niece next door's birthday yesterday, so I went and busted out early, had some ice cream and cake. So here we are Monday. We got everything in place, everything ground down, removed the zoo springs that were in the front, got everything fit up as best we can. I mean, it's not going to sit perfect out there. There might be a little, it might be sticking out a little past the outside surface a little bit. A hair, maybe in just a hair, but I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. We got to get it blocked up. So we did our grinding, got the springs out of there, did all of our fitting up. You see, we got cut edge panels here, and I've told you before, no straight edges because it'll leave a air void. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put filler, our homemade filler, in there. It's resin and microspheres. We'll fill all that edge in, and then we'll put these pre-cut pieces in to build up this edge just a little bit, just to bulk it up. I mean, the front of this thing is going to be like an 18-wheeler front bumper, man. That thing's going to be solid. So hey, you never know. We need to bump somebody out of our way, but we got everything done. We'll put the filler in first, and we'll put these big patches in, then the little half patch because it's thicker down in the middle than it is out on the end. And this is on both sides, right? And then we'll probably throw a layer of return flange because we're filling up the holes. We'll still be able to see them, but they're in the floor tray too, so no big deal. It's just we're going to end up getting that a uniform thickness, that return there, and probably end up being able to use a longer zoo spring, which is a good thing because we got a ton of long ones and we don't really have very many short ones left. So, and the two front ones are the ones that take the biggest beating. They get ground down, so we go through those pretty quick. It's about time we got onto a different size and got to use up some of the other ones that we've bought. But that's where we're at. We'll make up some pull out some filler and put just a tiny bit of catalyst in it because the resin we're putting over top will also help it to kick off. So that's it. We'll get each of those pieces in. We got one last piece that's going to cover everything, right? And that'll give us that uniformness of everything. So when we put the black paint on, nobody will even know we've been in there, right? So this is getting ready to go. I've got Buddha here in two layers of tape after we've done a bit of filler. We didn't need to get every little crack and crevice and lump out of it because we're going to end up cutting it in half and pulling half off each side. There's no other way to get this thing out of a mold other than to two-piece it. So that's how you'd make a mold for it too. You'd two-piece the mold. So that's it. We got to go back and you see this kind of stuff here. You got to make sure it's all pushed down real good. Usually I take a hair dryer to this thing and warm up the adhesive on the backside and just rub it in real good. But we'll do that before we put the PVA on. PVA will tend to pucker up the masking tape a little bit too. Then after the PVA is dry, we'll put mold release wax over top the PVA, and it makes it a lot easier to pull those two halves off. If you notice that the last air scoop we made just for that secondary rear radiator to go to Grattan, all the PVA tape and everything is still on the cardboard. I mean, it came right off. So you can never put too many layers of mold releasing agent of different types on these things. It just makes your life a lot easier. So it doesn't really matter what this surface looks like, because it's going to be on the inside anyway. And then once we cut it in half and get it off, we can address it and doctor it up a bit anyway. We're going to have to do a little grinding because we're going to have to put at least one directional air vein in there to help direct air to certain parts of the radiator. So that's what we've got going today. PVA for sure, maybe not glass. We tore all the glass. We've got all the glass cut up. We didn't tear it in sections yet. We want to get the nose done, so it's finished. We can take it back across the street. And I got a notice from DHL. My new suit is coming today by the end of the day instead of tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that. Can't wait to show you guys the stuff I've been working on behind the scenes. New sponsor, I guess you'd say. They're not giving us any money, but they're going to help us retail some product, which will help, hopefully, pay for our racing and our modeling. Right, Buddha? Well, that's it, folks. We're going to get busy here. If there's enough battery in this thing, I'll see if I can get you set up on a perch here. And maybe I can stick you like right in the nose, like right here, and just leave you there while I go ahead and do the glass. But if not, we'll do what we can. See you, folks.